Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Gary Diogi. It's December 13th, 2015, Sunday, and I'm at St. Anthony's of Padua in Gardena, down in Southern California. Just finished doing my parent volunteering for my kid's school. Yeah, so just finished up with a bake sale. I got here at 6:30 in the morning, and help prep as much as I could for this morning's Sunday morning sale, fundraising. Beautiful sunny day. But yeah, so in the background, there's the church, St. Anthony's Padua. My daughters, Meliana and Therese, go to school here, 3rd and 1st grade. My wife's a 6th grade teacher, Marianne. So yeah. But yeah, so I helped out this morning, 6:30 to 8:30. So that was really fun. Hey, so a little bit parenting tip advice, or for advice as far as doing community service. Come with a little bit of energy, and it'll be actually pretty fun. Everyone was kind of in a zone, met new parents, or made new friends, I should say, meeting parents of other of my kids' classmates. So that was cool. But yeah, as far as today, I will be doing measurements and then going over the training program. Yesterday's video, I talked more about my nutrition, kind of like a basic overview. But yeah, on the videos to come, I'll show more. Can't really see my eyes, can you? I'll show more of the I'll be going over like what I'll be eating, kind of random from day to day, but a little bit organized. So anyways, I like to wear my hat low. Hopefully you can see. But anyways, yeah, I'll be on my way home now, and then we'll go over measurements. Until then. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm on my car ride home. Just wanted to share a little bit about this vlog, the series of vlogs. I know this is going to be more fitness based, but I thought it'd be kind of cool just to share other things that I'm doing throughout my day as much as I can. As I present these videos, you'll see it's I'll be transparent and truthful as much as possible as far as my day. All these clips are going to be raw, somewhat unedited, just because I don't know how to edit these things right now. Very simple. It's not going to be like a crazy production that I'll be putting together or anything like that. It's going to be pretty straightforward, pretty raw as far as footage goes. And granted, there might be a few like retakes as far as like trying to get these videos going, just so I get into a rhythm as far as presenting what I want to share with you guys. But yeah, that's how these videos will be. But yeah, just coming from and even going to this community service that I just completed, just finished, yeah, at my kids and wife's school, just doing some parent community service hours for the school. With this morning, and then Friday and Saturday, just came from what is called
Hazard reported ahead. Will be destroyed for sure. This is madness.
That's if you heard that was Waze. I changed the setting from Jane, the voice, female voice, telling me where to go, what's coming up. I changed it to C3PO. I saw one of my friends actually posted how Star Wars, because of the movie coming up, they added settings, voice commands to it. So C3PO is telling me where I'm going, what I'm doing, which is kind of funny. It makes the kids laugh. Sometimes you'll hear like the R2-D2 noises and stuff. But anyways, yeah, so Marianne gave a talk during this day and a half retreat. Started on Friday evening and then Saturday all day yesterday. The kids actually participated. Meliana on Friday night. I think they watched a movie and did some arts and crafts. And then today, all the older kids, so yesterday, Meliana, Therese, and Kali attended the Life in the Spirit seminar for the kids. it's just nice because so now the parents can attend and receive from the talks and the prayers, praise and worship, and at the same time the kids are doing praise and worship as well, arts and crafts, learning more about Jesus, life in the spirit seminars, learning more about the charismatic gifts that's received from the Holy Spirit, or how we can receive the Holy Spirit in our lives. And it's almost like an introductory seminar to that. It's kind of in reference or relative to when the apostles were in the upper room after the resurrection of Jesus, and they're waiting for a sign or know when it's ready for them to do their mission work, to do Jesus' ministry, and then they received the Holy Spirit, and then they started. I think Father Ben said reset it best, that it's the Holy Spirit came as a rush of wind, and then the apostles were speaking in tongues, and that's when they knew to spread the word. So they attended that. I was watching Jean Paul, doing a little bit of work, doing errands, and then I was able to celebrate Mass with them at the end, just the celebration of Mass last night kind of completed the whole retreat and put everything together. So my experiences with my faith, not to share, to keep the long story short, is I've learned over these past few years is about my relationship with Jesus, and it's something I did not have before, and it took what I call a prodigal son moment to know and realize I need God in my life, I need Jesus in my life. And so I'm not okay, here we go, okay, I'm crying. Sharing my testimony always brings me to tears, but with that experience, it just made me a better person so that I could be a better parent. Okay, I know it's touching, but so it makes every moment of my life worth living, and to do everything for the greater glory of God, and for Jesus. It's a good feeling, and now I know like my purpose. So, and my purpose in life is just really to help others, and at the same time to be the priest of the household, to lead my family to heaven. And that's what it's about. Everyone's goal should be to go to heaven, to bring others to heaven, build a relationship with Jesus and with God, and the very best way possible, enter the gates of heaven. So that's my ultimate goal. Career, it's a priority, but God, my family, and then work is my priority. That's my top three. So that's what it's about. All right. So it's great, and going to Catholic schools growing up, especially St. Ignatius College Prep in San Francisco, and to Loyola Marymount University, and just reflecting back on it, it really, and going to Mary Star of the Sea Grammar School in San Francisco from 2nd grade to 8th, and then Mary Morning Star from kindergarten and 1st grade. It really instilled, at least I had the foundation of my faith. Life had to teach me lessons in which allowed me to learn that Jesus is important in my life. So people ask or say, "Aren't you religious?" I'm like, yeah, but it's more about my relationship with Jesus and God, and then understanding my faith from there. So really, I'm kind of like, my faith is very like childlike, it's just trusting in God our Father, and then now really learning about the faith. All right, so that's a little bit of that. It's a little, let's get to the measurements. This is a fitness vlog, but that's a little bit about me, and then that's why I'm sharing this these videos, just to, you know, my way of helping others. All right. So with that, measurements, and then training, talking about my. So what's up, everybody? It's still Sunday, December 13th, 2015. It's later on at night on this Sunday. So measurements. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be measuring my weight. I have a scale down there, and I also have a tape measure to take, if I could get it here, circumference around my waist and my hips. I'll be also doing chest and biceps too, just for kicks and giggles. Don't really need to do that though. My main concern is more so my waist. Secondarily my hips, but more so my waist. I do have a fat caliper here. It is battery operated, and unfortunately this cool thing ran out of batteries. So I won't be using it. I'll use it next time. But I mean, I could kind of tell I'm like above like 20% body fat. I'm pretty sure I'm probably about 20, 22, 25 tops maybe. 25 is probably a little bit high. So maybe between 20 and 22%. Okay, so before I step on the scale, well, I did already measure myself with a tape measure. Waist is 41, hips 39, chest 42, the chest and back, and then biceps are about 15 and a half on both arms. Surprisingly, they're even. Usually they're not. Like my right would be bigger than my left because of carrying all the kids. I always use my right arm. But yeah, but to forewarn you right now, I'm going to take off my shirt. So some of you may or may not appreciate that. So I'm giving you a heads up. I'm going to pause for a moment, take off my shirt, step on the scale, get a fair measurement. I'm always going to measure my weight with these black shorts, just so that it'll be consistent. So a consistent measurement. It is the evening right now. I'll remeasure in the morning as far as my weight, and may or may not have my glasses on. I don't think it'll make much of a difference, like a quarter of a pound or so. So at any rate, I'll remeasure in the morning. So I'll pause for a moment and then we'll step on the scale. Okay, so consider this the before picture or before video, and then we'll step on the scale. Let's set it up. And whatever it'll be, 203.4. And then consider that this is late in the day. I've been eating food. It was about 200 pounds earlier today. When I woke up in the morning, I should have took that measurement, but anyways, we'll see how it goes in the morning. No big deal. Process will still be the same. Without flexing, here it is. And then if I were to suck it in, there it is. So just being truthful with how it looks. Flexing a little bit. Letting it go a little bit. So there we go. Before. Alright, let me get my shirt back on, and then we'll talk about training program, okay? Alright, everybody. So those are my measurements. It is nighttime on Sunday night. So considering I've been eating food today, whatever, 203.4 pounds after a long day. So, and then that's a tip for you guys. Well, okay, well, before I go to the tips, so measurements. We'll say 203 pounds right now. We'll see how it is tomorrow morning on my day one. Measurements, 41 inches around my waist. So when you measure your waist, You measure the circumference starting with your belly button going all the way around your hips. All the way around your belly and back, and then ending at your belly button again. Okay, so that's your waist. When you measure your hips, which for me is 39 inches, waist is 41 inches, hips 39 inches. Measuring basically it's just kind of like where your hip hugging pants would be. Hip bone just right around, right below the belly, measuring your hips. And if you could hear that, my son's still awake. It's late at night. All right, that's John Paul. Okay, so yeah, measuring hips, biceps and chest for kicks and giggles. Biceps, 15.5 inches. Chest, 42 inches. I meant to show my quads. I'm surprised I still have a little bit of definition, if you will. Not significant, but enough that you could kind of see it. And that's just being in maintenance mode for the past 3 years. There'll be some points these past 3 years where it's like I would get a good month or two, good working out in consistency, and then life would hit me. Work hours, commute, taking care of the kids, and then working out got pushed to the back burner. But with my schedule coming up, I'll be able to work out. I still got morning workouts twice a week, so I'll find time to work out like during lunch. But anyways, so if this gets cut because I'm running out of space, I'll continue on about my training program, which will start tomorrow on Monday. So speaking of which, let's talk about the training program. It's going to be, well, right now, it's going to be a 4-day split. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, Saturday will be active rest. Sunday, total rest, or maybe an active rest. Okay, so let me explain. So Monday and Thursday will be variations of a upper body day. Be more like chest and back, pushing exercises, pulling exercises, variations of that. Monday will be more like compound, multi-joint exercises, and I think I'll make Thursday kind of like that single joint isolation exercises for the upper body. So we're talking about chest and back on Monday. Thursday will be kind of like shoulders, bicep, tricep. Okay. Tuesday, Friday will be variations of legs. I might make one day. Tuesday is probably going to be more quad dominant, and then Friday more glute, hamstring, posterior chain dominant. Okay. Wednesday, and then I'll include like calves as well, right? And then abs, I'll throw it in along the way. Whichever is easiest and whichever it fits. Wednesday, Friday is active rest. So I'm going to choose a cardio. Either it'll be HIIT training, which I'll explain later when it comes, or it could be like a variation of a cardio, either rowing ergometer, steady state walking, treadmill, stair treadmill, I don't know, whatever the case may be, active rest, right? So just pretty much not touching a weight, but getting my cardio in. Sunday, I'll just kind of leave it optional. I would prefer Sunday to be my rest day. Just kind of keeping it to the Lord's schedule, giving Sunday to God. But if I do work out, then it'll be similar to like an active rest day. Okay, so that is my plan. And then periodization wise, it will be first month about 10 to 12 reps, around the 12 rep range, a little bit on the lighter weight, and then so just kind of like getting my tendons and my muscles, getting used to the consistency of working out again. Okay, I don't want to. No one should go heavy too soon, coming off like a break, coming off of a long period of not working out, or just being sedentary for a long period of time. If you go too hard too soon, you'll be really sore. With the delayed onset muscle soreness, at the same time, you might set yourself up for like tendonitis, joint pain, and maybe even a muscle strain. So I'm going to take my time. So that's why it's a 24-week program, because I want to take my time, really just get my muscles and tendons and joints ready for the progression, because it's gonna get heavier, because I want to lift heavier weights right around month 3 and month 4. Okay, so that's the plan in regards to that. That's pretty much a quick overview. Week 1, usually I'm just I would have either week 1 the options. I could either get into my workout and just start already with the 12 rep scheme, but since I haven't tested yet, I like to do muscle testing, as far as, or even just variations of exercise testing, just to see where I am, because I need numbers. So okay, I got cut off. Last I was talking about was testing. I was talking about strength testing. Okay, so yeah, I need numbers. Basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do very textbook for athletes. I'm going to do a power test. I'm going to do muscle endurance test. Yeah, muscular strength endurance test, I should say. And then I may do a endurance test after that, like a couple variations of it. So there's going to be there's 3 different types of testing. So again, a power test, a strength endurance test, and then a cardiovascular endurance test. So that's the plan. Hopefully I could get them all in. For power test, for example, 1 rep max, bench press, squat, deadlift. I think I said that. I forget if I did in the last clip, but yeah, so those 3 in particular, maybe variations of it. I might do like power clean. I might do overhead, what do you call it? Oh, snatch, power snatch. But I think as I progress, I'm going to get into those power cleans, overhead, and then power snatch. But for now, I'll keep it basic with the bench press, deadlift, back squat, just because it's easier on the body, and just like what do you call it? It's just those ones take less practice, whereas power snatch, power clean, more advanced. But anyways, besides the point. So we're gonna do those basic 3s, right? So that'll be the big 3. Strength endurance. I might do, for this initial testing, I might just do straight push-ups. How many push-ups I can do in a minute. So that'll be for my muscular endurance as far as my chest. Lower body wise, I might just do a minute of body squat, see how much I can do in a minute. Do I want to do something for the back? I don't know. So that might be the 2 for the for the strength endurance. And then testing for cardiovascular. Since one of my teams is rowing, I have a women's rowing team that I take care of. I got into rowing, so I might be doing like a 2K for like upper body muscular endurance. That's more so. Well, it's total body, more upper body emphasis, just because of that pulling motion. But anyways, and more like back. But anyways, so, and then I might just do like running a mile. Also for like the power and strength, I might just do a 100-yard sprint, just because I like sprinting. That's what I used to do when I was younger. I'm more of a short distance kind of guy, not much of a long distance guy. So I'll do the mile. I know I could get it under 10 minutes. Just how much faster I could get it than that, that'll be left to be seen. Okay, so that's the plan as far as testing. So I'm going to do as much testing as possible in this first week. Again, you may not, another option may be just to go straight into my workout and just go like 3 weeks. And then what I will do is deload on the 4th week. Deloading means I just kind of just go easier on the weight, a little bit lighter, less sets, and it's just like an easier week. And then may just do like cross train or variations of other exercises, just to deload. But that's the overview of the training program. So you kind of get the scheme. At first it's going to be a little bit higher rep, lower weight. As months come and go, the rep scheme is going to get lower, but the weight is going to go higher. So then I should be getting stronger, get more muscle tone, a little bit more muscle mass. I think if there's any women following, I know there's a concern of like, oh, I don't want to lift too much, or I don't want to lift heavy weights because I don't want to get too big or anything like that. Well, um, you know what? Part of it is like, part of it is nutrition. I think there's kind of like, it depends on your genetic and your body type, how much muscle you can gain. Mostly genetic. Yeah, so you kind of have a limit anyways. But yeah, I mean, if you if you go hypertrophy with that 8 to 12 scheme, and really get heavy, yeah, you're gonna get more muscle mass, muscle tone, but there's gonna be a limit to it. So I mean, at that point, it's very much like bodybuilding, right? So then you could kind of like set your limits of as far as how much weight you want to do, but then yeah, you guys still push weight. At the same time, you could do with this program, you could do variations of body weight all through it and get the results you want. Okay, so yeah, so I for myself, I'm not gonna have a gym all the time. Have access to it in this next 24 weeks. So I may be in a gym, I may not be in a gym. My apartment complex has a fitness room I might use. Uh, Equipment's not great, but they're usable. I may not use it anyways. I have a couple of dumbbells. I have a kettlebell. I have agility ladders. I have all sorts of toys to play with. You know, variation. I have a variation of a TRX. It's called a RIP 60. Eh, it's a piece of equipment. So I have fun things to play with as far as workout toys. But I like being in the gym, and you just have to put in, and I have to put in the effort, the consistency, the hard work, the time commitment, and then the results will show. It's a process. That's why 24 weeks. Yeah, because with any program, after you're done with that program, I mean, if it's a short program, are you going to stay consistent with it, start over, and keep going with that 4 week program? Um, you know, things about a program changes, and so this is going to be very much designed to me, and there's going to be constant changes as I progress through these 24 weeks. I'm my own personal trainer. I'm kind of doing the math and the science for myself. Speaking of which, um, another thing that I'll be doing is my goal per day is kind of like shooting for 500 calories burned. So I'll be hitting my BMR, but aiming for 500 calories burned with exercise, by using exercise. All right. So if I do 500 calories per day, including that seventh day, it's going to be, I'm aiming for that 3,500 calories, because 3,500 calories burned, you lose a pound. 3,500 calories taken in and consumed, you're going to gain a pound. So, and if you could, a safe way to lose weight is just kind of gradually. So I'm aiming for like at least a pound a week. So if I do that, um, theoretically, I should lose about 24 pounds within this process. So I should be under 180 or at 180, which is kind of like, which is my goal weight anyways. So my goal is 180, all right? So that's the plan. This is a long video. I can almost guarantee that these videos coming up is going to be a little bit shorter as I get into gyms and stuff. I don't know how much I could shoot as far as video clips, but we'll soon find out. Tomorrow's day one. I got to pass to the nearby 24-hour fitness, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, and another thing that I'll be doing is checking out gyms around the neighborhood, around LA and Orange County. So I'll take my camera with me, or this iPhone, if you will, and then yeah, we're gonna go how you call it? Not gym shopping, but we're gonna take some gym tours. All right. So until then, I think that's all I want to say. There's a tip that I cut myself off with that I wanted to give. Tip. Oh, and then last tip: weigh yourself in the morning. It's gonna be the most consistent if you weigh yourself in the morning. Just because the food that you're eating is digested, absorbed into your body. Also, water that you've drank the day before, you'll be dehydrated because of sleep, coming off of sleep. So when you sleep, you kind of fast too. You're in a fasting state. So your honest weight will be in the morning. So always weigh yourself in the morning, and don't get caught up with the scale numbers, with the numbers, with how you look. I mean, love yourself, love who you are, love your soul. All of this, I mean, we're just maintaining our bodies just to get by, and we're doing everything for a greater glory, right? So yeah, so appreciate the process, appreciate yourself. Don't get caught up with all of this aesthetic thing. It is what it is, yes, but at the same time, the ultimate goal is just like fitness and to be in the best shape of your life. All right, a better you. This is just part of a better you. If your soul's good, hey, why not make the body good as well? All right, just compliment it, compliment each other, compliment everything about yourself. All right, if that makes sense. All right, long clip. My apologies. I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. It'll be not as long. I could almost guarantee you it. Until the next vid, God bless. Have a great day.